A 7-year-old girl has apparently been shot dead in Myanmar, becoming the youngest victim yet of the military's crackdown on anti-coup protesters. The family of Kin Myo Chit told local media she was sitting on her father's knee when security forces raided their home in Mandalay and opened fire. At least 20 children have been reported killed since the military seized power last month. This comes as pro-democracy activists gear up for a nationwide silent strike. Organizers are encouraging businesses to shut and asking people to stay at home. Well, for more, I'm joined now by correspondent Tin Yo. She is the managing director of Burma News International, based in Bangkok. Thanks for being with us this morning. Tin Yo, there are reports that a 7-year-old girl was killed in her home last night by the military. What more can you tell us about that?
It is so shocking and also really painful to see that day by day, more and more people are killed. At the same time, many young children are also being the target. So this is showing that our country is no longer safe, and that the military coup is controlling the country with fear, and also they just allow their military soldiers to kill anyone that they see with impunity. So we are so sad for the family. And that we really wish that this kind of mass killing with impunity stops soon. And that's why we, at the moment, we don't know what will be the right, way to stop. But the people, sentiments against, the military regime is still very strong. So we are still very hopeful that we can end this kind of mass killing soon. Yeah.
We're hearing that the military junta in Myanmar is preparing to release hundreds of prisoners. Is that the case?
Actually, this morning, more than 600 detainees were released. They are mostly students. So it may be related or it may not be, because today is the special day that every cities in the country coordinate for the silent strike. So maybe they try to bring the people into the streets. Maybe that is part of their action, that they would like to show the world that everything is normal. So that's why they released the people. But we are so happy, whatever a reason behind it, we're so happy that more than 600 protesters were released.
600 protesters released. Okay, that's an important detail. Does this suggest to you that the military regime is bending to the will of the protesters? Briefly, if you can. I
don't really see in that way, because the military regime that we are dealing with, they are not thinking strategically and also with humanity. So they release these protesters, these detainees. Maybe they have some other reason, because there are still more than 2,000 people are behind bar. So they just release some, and probably they may arrest more. So we can never say exactly what will be their action, because they are no longer working with humanity.
Tin Yo, Managing Director of Burma News International, talking to us from Bangkok. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, being an activist in Myanmar is becoming increasingly dangerous. DW spoke to one of the activists in the country, risking arrest and her life fighting for freedom from military rule.
United in resistance. A vast range of anti-coup demonstrators. And helping them organize is activist Thinzar Maung. Her work puts her at risk of arrest. We caught up with her at an undisclosed location. She says even if we are afraid, we must fight. It's anger against the military, she says, that is helping people put aside their differences and protest. There is no army in this country at the moment. which defends stability and peace of citizens. There are only terrorists who destroy stability and peace of citizens and commit murders. The demonstrators want an end to military rule. But A says a return to the democracy Myanmar knew before the February coup is not enough. There's a lack of acceptance for the equality of all ethnic people and autonomy. The neglect of the rights of ethnic minorities and the lack of a democratic system are the reasons why the civil war in our country has lasted so long. If we want to move forward into the future, we must not take with us the things that happened in the past. Besides protests, millions of people are refusing to work. Their aim, to starve the junta of the resources to run the country. But A says international sanctions on military-owned businesses are also vital. I do really hope that people will stop consuming bloody products. Every single product of the military has blood and life of the people of our country. And many in Myanmar are risking their lives for freedom from the junta. We must fight this battle until we succeed. This has become our duty. And despite weeks of a violent crackdown and economic hardship, the resolve of the protest movement in Myanmar remains unbroken.